Hey, you're full of crap, you know that.
Are you out of your mind? You got some nerve.
I'm talking to you, front runner.
Front runner?
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, with all your Patriots crap. All your Patriots and your Bo Sox.
What's with the Boston nonsense today?
Well, today you just kind of reminded me a little bit of Bill Buckner.
I remind you of Bill Buckner.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
All right, that last entry. Did you clear your 6?
Yeah, I cleared my 6. You know I cleared my 6.
I know you didn't clear your 6.
Are you out of your mind?
Did you clear your 6?
Yeah, you know I did.
No, you didn't.
I didn't clear my 6?
No, you didn't.
Are you getting up? You want me to get up? I could get up too. What?
Oh, I was gonna go take a leak, but if you want to dance, I'm standing right here.
I don't know whose face you're getting in.
Like you cleared your 6 today?
You know I cleared my 6. Take that nonsense elsewhere.
I know you didn't clear the 6. From now on, your new call sign is Buckner.
Buckner?
Buckner.
Oh, who you think you're talking to with that nonsense? Maybe next time I won't be there for you.
Knock it off!
Get out of my face.
Where we were set up in Western Iraq was right next to the shock trauma platoon. The medevac choppers would land really close by, and it almost seemed like on a daily basis there were blood trails from bringing in wounded Marines or Marines that had been killed in action. I didn't know then if it really affected me. I don't know if I don't remember it really affecting me there. I can't remember it, but where I saw it was when I came home.
Coming back from a combat zone, coming back from something like that, there's a high emotions. There's guys that are amped up, who've been on a full cycle or stayed around for another one. It's like a different reality over there. Things are acceptable there that aren't here. Really, it's hard for some people to cope with that when they get back. It's hard for guys to be one way and like a switch turn off.
I remember coming home after my Baghdad deployment, and I was different. I would go out to the clubs. The problem was it was packed. My hands would start shaking a little bit, start breathing, getting anxiety, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And I'm like looking at people and just scanning around, and I'm like, I'm looking for a suicide bomber. Why am I looking for a suicide bomber? So what I started finding was that whenever I drank alcohol, I would forget about that stuff. So every time I started getting to the point where, hey, I'm not okay till my face is numb, and then my face is tingling. And then that's when I forget about war and I forget about that stuff, and I'm just there to have a good time. So that was my escape, to go out, party, and drink.
War does something to a man. And you look back at those times and you think about all the burnt bodies, and you think about all the dead bodies, and you think about all the death. It does something to people. And it's hard to cope with, and it's hard to deal with, and it's hard to talk about it.
I had another Air Force officer ask me if he thought God would forgive me for killing people. I think I checked all my 4-letter words and just looked at him. I didn't respond for about 60 seconds. And it was other folks in the room that responded first towards him about how dare he judge.
I can't count the number of the bodies that I saw, whether it was burned or what was left from a suicide bomber. It was leftovers. I think looking back now, what bothers me the most is seeing what was left of children.
It's closing your eyes and trying to sleep, and then all of a sudden waking up, sweating profusely, and you're back at that Death Valley. And you think, And there were a lot of bad guys you killed. There was a lot of people. And at the end of the day, even though that they're bad guys, you still killed them.
When a slightest trigger would happen, it wouldn't be just getting annoyed. It would be a massive adrenaline dump into my body. My fingertips would almost lose feeling, and I was tingling. I would actually lose a little bit of my color vision to the point where things would seem gray. And you would also lose a little bit of peripheral vision. When it's triggered by anger, it is unbelievably dangerous. I can't tell you how many things in my house that I've broken, walls that I've punched through when I've grabbed my ex, and especially behind the wheel, what I did to other people on the road. The amount of destruction that it left, the sociopathic behavior. I probably could have killed some people in some cases. I look back now, I was a really horrible person. At least that's how I see myself. I was so lost, so angry.
People are struggling every day with anger, built up rage, the feeling of loss, the feeling of no hope. When you come back, guys are struggling with a sense of purpose in their life. They're saying, I did all this, and now what do I do? I'm lost.
I remember waking up one night just completely hopeless. I took my M4, snuck out of my room. We were based at a very remote, abandoned Iraqi train station in the western part of the country. I went to a part of the train station where I knew none of the sentries could see me on their thermal imaging devices. Ideally, they're supposed to be looking outboard instead of inboard. I flipped my weapon off safe. I turned it around and I just looked into the barrel. And I put this thumb on the trigger. And within a few seconds, this wave of warmth and peace just washed over me. I could feel it rush throughout my entire body. And I pushed the weapon away